Hello, I'm Lindy Lott with the Buzz Around Town, and tonight we have breaking news from Marion County. Earlier this afternoon, the Marion Animal Resource Connection, also known as M.A.R.C, was called to the scene for an animal rescue in Whitwell. Upon arrival, Terry Manine from M.A.R.C reported that there were a total of 17 dogs and 15 feral cats at the scene. 2 of these dogs were already deceased. Bradford Lott from the D.A.R.T was live at the scene this afternoon. Bradford, to you.
We're here at the Sequatchie Volunteer Fire Department in Whitwell, Tennessee. I'm here with April of the Marion Animal Resource Center. And April, how did you find out about the situation today with the rescue?
M.A.R.C has a hotline, and we get about 50 calls a week. We try and decide which calls are most urgent. We try and rush out and check on things. It can be real hard to keep up, but luckily we got a call about this house that the people had been evicted. The animals had been there for about 6 months. The family had been coming back to feed them, but they did not have adequate shelter, and they're just in pretty rough shape.
Well, I can imagine with the temperatures as low as 5 degrees out here today. So when you showed up on the scene, what was your initial reaction?
Unfortunately, things like this happen in Marion County so often that I wasn't as shocked as you might expect. But there were a couple dead dogs that had been there for a little while, and it's always, you're disgusted, you're saddened, you're upset that things like this can go on so long. It can be hard. People drive by every day and see these animals, and they don't feel like they have anyone to call for help. And my little group, it can be hard for us to respond to every call in an adequate time, but I'm glad we got out here today.
And once you guys took an overall assessment, how did M.A.R.C respond to the situation?
Well, luckily, I was able to contact Sheriff Deputy Keith Cox, and he really he provided me manpower, and he called the fire department, and he contacted D.A.R.T. And
Sheriff's Department was here also too.
Yeah, and we just started plugging away, and we've got them somewhere warm for the night. But now we have to find rescues to take them. M.A.R.C only has about 7 foster homes, and as you can imagine, they're very full. We have a lot of dogs in our care, and it can be hard to take in these dogs that are very sick and they need some immediate vet attention. So we're going to try and get some other rescues to help out a little bit too.
Okay, and how could our viewers contact M.A.R.C to prevent future situations like this from developing?
We want you can contact us. Our hotline is 423-240-9074. We have a website you can go to, and it has all of our contact information. It's markforchange.org, and that's M.A.R.C, the number 4, the word change.org. And always, just keep calling your sheriff and mayor and let them know that you guys want some animal control in this county too, so that we can get some more, just move toward change here.
And any last notes that you would like to add to prevent future situations like this from arising?
If you see your neighbors hoarding animals, don't be afraid to report them. Nothing bad can come of you if you can even do it anonymously. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to give your name. Just let people know. You can call M.A.R.C. It is hard for us to respond to everybody, but you can call the sheriff, you can call the mayor. Please just get on Facebook. Just spread the word that something horrible is going on, and don't keep driving by.
Okay, well that wraps it up. And April, we sure appreciate your comments on this ongoing story, and hopefully we'll be able to provide a follow-up story on I guess the arrival of the pets to their new homes, hopefully, and that's our hopes. And we sure appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being on the scene today.
Thank you.
All right, the BAT media team is here live with Brenda Payne at the Sequatchie Valley Volunteer Fire Department in Whitwell, Tennessee. And Brenda Payne is with the Marion County Disaster Animal Response Team. Brenda, tell us a little bit about how you heard of the story.
We heard of the story. Our emergency management director, Steve Lamb, called us and told us of the situation and asked us to call Officer Koch. And we did, and that's how we got involved in it. We helped the animals during a disaster and after a disaster, and unfortunately this was a disaster. So we're just glad that we can help the animals.
Well, we sure are glad that you were here on the scene. What was your initial reaction when you first arrived on the scene?
Oh my goodness. There was just so many things going through my mind. The first thing was kind of eyeball to see which, or if any of them were in medical need. But just hoping that we had enough cages and crates and working with the county sheriff's officers and with M.A.R.C and the folks that we brought with the rest of our D.A.R.T team, we were able to work as a team and get them in the crates and brought them over here. And the Sequatchie Volunteer Fire Department was gracious enough to open up their fire hall and let us use one of the bays for the animals to stay in tonight in this single-digit 5-degree temperature, which will be cooler than that out here in the rural areas. But they were gracious enough to open their fire hall for us and the animals.
We sure are thankful for the Sequatchie Volunteer Fire Department.
Absolutely.
How many total animals and types of animals were rescued today?
The ones that we put into the crates, there were 15 dogs. It looks like there's a few different varieties. Some they appear to be mixed. Some appear to be older than others. Without an examination, of course, you can't tell age. None of them appeared to be just puppies, but they appeared to have been well fed. They just didn't have a lot of outdoor, like dog houses and things. I know where M.A.R.C had brought some down, but didn't have enough to bring down for each one of them.
Okay, and how may someone contact the Marion County Disaster Animal Response Team if they see a situation developing similar to this?
Okay, that's a good question. One thing that D.A.R.T, or the Disaster Animal Response Team, is not, we are not a shelter like McCamey or the Humane Society. Our job is to house and take care of the animals before, during, or after a disaster, very similar to what the Red Cross does for us. You know, the Red Cross opens up a shelter, they set the cots up for us to sleep on, they feed us, and they take care of us. Well, that's what we do for the animals. Before, during, or after a disaster. And this particular case right here, this was a disaster. The animals needed some help. And so we pitched in as a team, and we all worked together, and the animals, which are the main concern, are being taken care of tonight. So, but if someone needs to get in touch with the D.A.R.T team or thinks they need to call out the D.A.R.T team, they'll need to call the sheriff's office, call the 911 or the sheriff's office phone, and because we are dispatched through them through our emergency management director.
Okay, well, very well. Well, Ms. Payne, I sure appreciate you. Thank you for your comments and telling us all about the Marion County Disaster Animal Response Team. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Brenda Payne, the MC D.A.R.T Director here in Marion County, coming to you live from the Buzz Around Town. Thanks.
Thank you, Bradford. And thank you to the Marion Animal Resource Connection, as well as the Marion County Disaster Animal Response Team. We would all like to thank the Marion County Sheriff's Department and the Sequatchie Volunteer Fire Department. Because of you, all animals are safe and warm tonight. Please follow the Buzz Around Town on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/thelocalbat. You can also follow us on Twitter @thelocalbat. For more information on how you can advertise in the Buzz Around Town or help out the Marion Animal Resource Connection, please message us directly or call us at 423-939-0430. Thank you and have a great night.